I mean, it's just such a long story to tell before the song starts.
Well, I mean, it brings people in. Listen to this.
It doesn't. I was like, Lewis, turn it off. Turn it off. Like I was not brought in at all. I was like, there's no song that can come after this story that's going to make me be like, oh, okay, that was worth it.
Oh, see,
you know what I mean?
Because you're from a whole new era.
That's my millennial way of thinking.
From my era, we would all sit around smoking pot, some hash, maybe Thai stick or hash oil, and we would have been like, wow, listen to this.
See, I checked my tweets like 4 times while I was waiting for the song to start. I had all this going on.
Yeah, but back then we didn't have Twitter.
Right.
We didn't even have word processors. We had typewriters and dial phones.
Well, that's all this overstimulation has left me with no patience whatsoever.
Yeah, to enjoy a beautiful song like that.
Well,
you want quick.
Right.
See what I'm saying?
Right. Give me something with curses, bitches, real quick, 2.5 minutes. Let me get back to what hose is preferable.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
But see, back in the day, you would have been up in your friend's attic, up in his room, up in the attic.
Right.
You know, he probably had a psychedelic painted, maybe a black light, couple posters, the Fly United poster, Hendrix, black light posters that glowed in the black light. Do you know what black light posters are?
I do, only because I worked at a Sam Goody for a little while. But even so, like even if I put the song on, it's not even staying. Like once we hit the first hook, all right, next song.
Okay,
all right, what's the next song? Where are we going next?
I have my friend here, comic Tommy Gooch, and I say it because I slurred Tommy Gooch.
Tommy Gooch. He actually fixed my name, which was really cool.
Okay, do you remember any of the stuff I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do, and I'm kind of questioning that he worked in Sam. How old are you, Sam?
32.
And you worked at Sam Goody. I mean, they must have been done with everything.
It was the end of days.
Yeah,
I mean, let me tell you something. We got a lot more stolen from us than we sold.
First of all, did you know that was the song, by the way?
No, I didn't know anything was going on. It was just a bunch of talking.
Yeah. You never heard that?
I know that's right at the intro. I know, and as soon as not at the end of that. You know
when he sings way down over the. You didn't know when he talks though. That was
so much talking.
Yeah.
There was a lot of talking, but like I said back in the day,
but these musicians, they figured out now. Like you do one thing, people came to watch you play, but Bruce does the same thing. They all want to be storytellers. They all want to get a little more time on the microphone to shine.
Jenner or
no, I was thinking Springsteen.
Oh,
yeah, no, yeah. Okay. But they all want a little more time. They got to talk. The audience is going to want to hear what I have to say. I don't know if you guys know this. I'm not just a singer. I write stories too. And come on.
Well, then once they break off into their political rants, nobody wants to hear it.
Eddie Vedder does that. You go to a Pearl Jam concert and it's like I just wanted to hear Jeremy.
I couldn't even tell you who Eddie Vedder and what band he was in until you just said Pearl Jam.
Okay, that's not even my
song. I couldn't even.
I have to tell you something. Like Pearl Jam, like you've gotten so past the point. Like Pearl Jam isn't even the millennial generation anymore. Like
that's
when I think
Florentine.
of yeah, exact. Pearl Jam is like an old band.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. That's classic rock. So the fact that
that's not classic.
Pearl Jam is classic rock.
That's metal.
Yeah,
classic rock is Yes.
Pearl Jam is heavy metal.
Not heavy. It's metal. It's not
metal. It's grunge rock. It's classic rock.
It's not classic. Yes is classic. The Who is classic. Zeppelin. Pink
Guess
Floyd.
what's happened?
Yeah.
Huh? Guess what's happened? Years have passed.
Yeah.
And that classic.
So now what are they, oldies?
The classic genre has opened up because there's more. Like you can't. Eventually, classic just means. Is classic. Like, it's not like it has to sound a certain way. It's just classic.
No,
it was done
there's
years
classic
ago.
rock. No, that's not true because stuff years ago, Bo Diddley or Elvis Presley or the Delphonics aren't classic.
But that's the very beginning. That's
50s, 60s.
First, that's rock and roll. That's when it first starts. Yeah. Once it's like, now we're moving. Like on a classic rock station.
You would hear
Nirvana.
You would not hear Buddy Holly on a classic rock station.
No, you wouldn't hear Buddy Holly.
Why not?
I know. It's tough. Those hits never come on. But you would hear Pearl Jam. You would hear Nirvana. Those things come on classic rock stations now.
Okay, then there's between soft rock and classic rock. There's
soft rock.
It used to be. You
know what is this? So much time has gone now. It's like Elvis would have been Buddy Holly. They would have been oldies in the 80s.
So
now 30 years ago in the 80s was Van Halen. You would never call them oldies. They end up turning into classic rock, right? Because you have no other way of. Van
Halen's classic rock. Sure.
Yeah. We were talking before the show. Tommy has seen Sinatra in concert. How many times?
About 6 times.
You saw Sinatra? How?
And
6
I'm only
times.
48.
How? Like, did you go with your dad? Or?
I did actually took my dad, yeah.
Wait, you took your dad or he took
my
you?
dad. I was 20 years. Well, he wouldn't have went because he was cheap, and he didn't. So I took him. Yeah, in Atlantic City. Actually in New Jersey too. Yeah.
Wait, how
It was
old were
towards
you?
the end. It was. I was like 20. Yeah.
Who at 20 goes, I'm going to see Sinatra? At 20, back then you go, let's go to the Garden and see Humble Pie or Nirvana or whoever.
Billy Joel.
Or
I actually took him to see. I actually saw him at the Garden too in like 90.
Who,
Sinatra? In 90?
91. Yeah.
How was he?
Old.
Yeah.
That's when he was reading the prompter, and the letters were like the size of like our iPhones.
Isn't that crazy? He's 90 years old. It's not like he's writing new songs.
No, he wasn't 90. He was like 75.
Right.
He died when he was 80.
But he's been doing this. He's 75.
Yeah.
So he's got to be playing these same songs for 30 years at this point.
It was crazy.
But he's so old. He needs a teleprompter.
He needed to read a
remember the words.
Well, he was drunk and all. He was drunk.
That's true too. I don't remember. I'm putting together a new CD, so I'm listening to the old CD, and it's just 2 years old to see. You know, I don't want to step it. I don't want to repeat anything.
Right.
I want all new. And I'm listening to the other CD. I go, oh, that was a good bit. Why don't I do that bit anymore? But you try, and that's only my last CD.
Right.
There's, I have 4. There's 3 before that. So if you go back, you're going, holy fuck! I didn't even remember I did that.
Well, yeah. Well, you are one of these comics with a major legacy that people don't realize.
Yeah.
You've got a wealth of material behind you.
Well, you got to keep, because when you, as a comic, in clubs, if you keep going every year, people come back and see you.
Right.
I don't know if they remember, but in your head, you're going, I don't want to repeat.
But that's the difference with like Sinatra. He figures out his songs in whatever it is, 1960, and he's good. He's set. I don't care how many times you come back to see me. These are the songs.
From 60 to 73, I'm opening with New York, New York.
Right.
Okay? That's what I'm doing.
Right.
And we can't do that. I mean, some kind, there's certain bits you want to keep, but there's stuff I've done for the last 10 years.
Right.
That I'll keep doing.
The classics.
Yeah, 1 or 2. Not the classics.
Rich Voss plays the classics.
No, I mean, I dropped, I'm dodging her. That was a classic.
What about Dryer Door?
I dropped it.
You did?
Yeah.
That's one of the classics.
Washing machine door. I know. But I added a new good drug bit. I'll tell you in a second. But let me put out some plugs. And
I don't walk into a
numbers.
hotel without thinking, again, all right, keep going.
First of all, give us a call, 866-969-1969.
Yes.
Sam is filling in for Bonnie, who's in L.A. taping a couple TV shows this week. She's doing At Midnight. She's doing Ari Schaefer's Comedy Central.
Shafir?
Yeah, whatever his fucking name is.
Sure.
And she's doing a couple meetings out there. And a lot of heat. Bonnie walks in the room in L.A., the Comedy Store. People flock.
Is that right?
Well, they ask where I'm at. But they flock.
Why don't you guys go in tandem?
By the way, Bonnie emailed me. You want to know what she said?
What?
Wish I could be there with you. Have fun. Be my voice. Don't let them get away with anything.
How did she get your email? You mean tweeted you?
No, she emailed me on Facebook. I mean, we don't hang out, but I'm.
Did she really?
You want to see?
No, I believe you. First of all, the fact that she's reading Facebook and replying on Facebook.
To me, it's a private message. It's not.
She's sad. That's sad.
Right. I mean, she should be a little busier. If she's going to be out in L.A., she shouldn't need to be checking Facebook messages while she's out doing business.
Replying to Tommy Gooch. Maybe.
That just burst in my bubble.
Okay, so look it.
Why don't you go in tandem, though? When she goes...
We have gone together.
What about this time? She's going for business. Aren't there, Vos and Bonnie projects to pitch
there's a lot of them.
That's what I would think,
Because I'm going to Cabo St. Lucas tomorrow. I'm working Thursday and Friday at Me Cabo, and it's a resort there.
This is great.
So I'm booked there. And I was booked there, I think... No, she had her L.A. trip already. But I wouldn't have gone anyhow, because I'm staying home, I just let her go. She's hanging with her friends, having a good time.
You go. And then you go home, do a couple gigs. Bring some money into the household.
Yeah, that's what, we both go to L.A. It just costs too much. And if I'm not going there for anything, there's no reason to fucking go.
She's working on the macro level. Big picture, push the family forward. You're working this weekend on the micro level. Bring money into the home.
Go to a resort. Go to a resort. But you're right.
By myself. Yeah.
You're right. I'm working on I'm trying to keep the wheel spinning.
Right.
I'm keeping the wheel spinning. All right. And she is part of that wheel that's spinning that's over there doing, what she is? She's the blinker in the car.
And you're the car.
I'm the car.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
But-
she's a blinker. She's the hazard lights, and
Yes.
you're the rest of the car.
But she's got so much fucking heat now because of her book, the
Right.
movie we did, even though the
Right.
movie's a couple years old, then a book that followed it.
Right.
And then with me and her together,
Podcast.
It's so unbelievable how many people go, we listen to your podcast that are in the industry. Like, these aren't, the numbers we get aren't fucking Rogan numbers, Fitzsimmons, any of those numbers.
Right, of course.
But the people that listen to our fucking podcast,
The Weinsteins?
one of them.
Whoa. I won't ask you which one.
Not the movie producers. the Weinsteins that live in Scotch Plains, New Jersey.
Oh, okay.
So she's out there. Then, okay, but here's the deal.
Right.
June 7th, we'll be together at the Village Underground. We're doing a live My Wife Hates Me. Let me tell you, there's special guests on the show. There's Dan Soder,
Whoa.
Ari Shafir.
There it is.
I said it. Pete Lee.
Hey.
Janine Garofalo.
Whoa. These are A-listers of comedy.
Marina Franklin.
Marina. Let me tell you something.
I'm on the guest list.
June 7th at the Village Underground. Get your tickets. This is going to be a killer. I don't want to tell you what the show is. It's a live My Wife Hates Me. We've never failed when we have these live.
But it's not like
Valentine's is great.
It's not like it's a My Wife Hates Me show and these people are the guests. You have a whole new concept
Yeah,
show
we do
that you're
different
putting
concepts on these.
This is great.
The last one we did was, you don't know me, based on the Newlywed Game. And we had 3 couples. Ron Bennington hosted it. You were there.
Yeah, Pete was funny. And
Pete Lee and Emily.
Pat Dixon was there too.
Pat Dixon. And it was great. This show is going to be great. It's the 7th of the 6th month of this year.
The 7th of the 6th. That way, it's just easy for people to put on their calendars. You're not going to forget the 7th of the 6th month.
No. A lot of people, when you say the name of the month, it throws them off.
Yeah,
But
right.
when you say numbers,
people are numerically inclined.
yes,
That's what they.
it's
That's
the
what a lot
7th, the 6th, the 7th.
And what time is it at?
8 o'clock.
So it's at 8 on the 7th of the 6th.
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. At the Village Underground. Get your tickets. June 3rd and 4th, I'll be at the Comedy Shop. Go to Comedy Shop website. And the plugs are done. And if you're buying something on Amazon, amazon.richvoss.com. Do you do that on Amazon? Do you do that stuff?
No, I have a link set up that is attached to the wrestling podcast, but I never promote it. I don't care.
Yeah, it's
It doesn't do any. I mean, how much money does it really bring in?
I know. But you know what? Here's the thing.
Plus,
We've done our podcast probably 250 episodes.
Yeah.
We're about 250. That's almost 4 or 5 years of podcasts, 4 years.
4 years, yeah.
And now we start. It seems like it's too late. Like when people go, well, how can we know? Would you like to do a Comedy Central roast? One of those.
Right.
It's too late now. If I did it 8 years ago and did like 4 of them in the last 8 years or 10 years.
But you don't want to hop on the dais now.
Now it seems too, unless I'm hosting it or being roasted, you know what I mean? It seems too.
Yeah, and I mean, how much money's coming in from those Amazon links? I mean,
I have no idea.
Who cares?
Yeah, I know. Who cares?
Yeah.
I do. Amazon.richvoss.com. Well, I know a guy that has a podcast. I don't want to say his name. He's a doctor. He's a doctor. But I don't want to say who it is. He's a good doctor. He's a great doctor.
We'll call him Dr. S.
Let's call him Dr. S.
Okay.
Okay. On the 5th month, we'll call him Dr. S.
Okay.
Okay. And I don't know. He seems he's doing pretty well on this Amazon.
On the Amazon deal?
Yeah. And I want him to put a link to Amazon.richvoss.com because he's doing so well. Well, you know what gets me?
You want to just throw in your Amazon link.
Hold on.
Just wait. People can wait on hold.
Oh, yeah,
you don't
right.
need
Hold on.
You don't need to stop your show because some guy called in.
Listen, I'm so excited I got a call.
He's like mid-conversation. He's like, wait, stop everything.
What?
I'm going to answer the phone.
We got a caller?
866-969-1969. Hold on, Philly. We'll get to you, Mike. That's what we'll do. Mike, we'll get to you, buddy. You know what? I don't know Tommy, I don't know if you know this.
No.
Right now, we are drive time in L.A. That's why industry knows us.
I've never had this kind of exposure before. My name's Sam Roberts, by the way. For those of you who haven't heard me before.
You know what? Is your real last name Roberts?
Yeah.
I thought that was like a fucking radio name. I thought
have a radio name.
I thought somebody made it up on like fucking Reddit or one of these fucking websites.
Why did the name they made up for me on Reddit was Sam Roberts?
I know. I just saying a website that I'm a big fan of. This Reddit. I
You
don't
like
go,
Reddit?
Because they like me. That's why I like them.
Oh,
They're nice to me, so I'm nice to them.
I see. I don't have the same reason to like them.
Why they're not nice to you?
They're not.
Why not?
No, I don't know.
Tommy, do you read any of this shit online?
Not on Reddit. No, not on Reddit.
I've never. I've gotten there once. It's too many fucking things to click on.
But I appreciate that you thought it was a stage name because that means it's a good name.
I love the fucking Sam Roberts. If you kidding me, that's 2 first names. Anybody that has 2 first names usually
destined for stardom
gets big.
That's great.
You know.
Well, Vos is a first name.
Well, it's a first name in other countries, yeah.
yeah.
But see, Vos. Let me tell you.
And that's your actual name, Vos.
That's my last name.
I know. Holy.
Vos. But see, a lot of people just call me Vos. You know what? Let me show you something that you
show
said
me.
That. I'm going to walk over and show it to you.
Show me. Are you taking off your shirt right now?
No.
Go ahead if you want to. You used to show off your abs all the time. Look at this. He's wearing it's a dog tag, and it looks like for a second it might be like a saint or something.
Yeah.
But it just says Vos on it. Why do you need a dog tag? It's like a small dog tag. It looks like when you go to like a Catholic, like a baptism, they give you the little metal saint pendant that you can wear on your whatever.
Uh-huh.
That's what Vos has, except it's just a tiny dog tag that says the word Vos on it.
I'll tell you why I have this.
Just because you're so proud of yourself.
No, and I have a belt that says Vos. But I bought that
but
for
you
my
like that, admit it. Because you even sign off emails and texts, you'll say Vos.
I always do that.
Yeah, I know.
But I'll tell you why I had this on.
Tell me.
And I'll tell you why I had the Vos belt. I bought it for my daughter, and I took it back from her. She doesn't deserve it. But
she doesn't deserve to wear that Vos name. Yeah.
I'm going to Mexico tomorrow, so I have a big Star of David with diamonds and a white gold necklace. It's worth and I don't want to wear that to I don't know. So I have 2 Rolex. So this was given to me at my birthday one year.
So there's 2 things about you that people need to know based on your jewelry.
Hold on.
You're a Jew and you're Vos.
Yes.
That's it. Those are your 2 traits.
Things.
Yeah.
Well, I also have my grandfather's dog tag from World War I that I always wore. And it was round.
Was that it? The one that just says Vos on it?
No, it's my grandfather's dog tag from World War I. But someone goes, "Why do you wear that? Aren't you scared you lose it?" Well, that night I took it off. That night because I'm scared. What happens if I lose it?
Right.
But it's a nice piece to wear. It doesn't look. It's just a dog tag from World War I. Right. So I had that. Then I have the star, which I'm not going to wear to Mexico because
anti-Semitic.
Yeah. Then today, I have 2 nice watches, but I don't want to fucking bring them, so I went and got this Swiss Army.
Why don't you just not wear a watch? Why don't you just not wear a necklace? Don't wear jewelry.
Who doesn't wear a fucking watch?
Look at my wrist. You know who doesn't wear watches? Everyone, because you get your phone. The time's on your phone.
No. Yeah, but it's not only. It's just to look cool. You gotta.
Is that what it's for?
Well, a Rolex.
Yeah.
You know what I'm going to do right now?
What?
I'm going to take a call.
Are we doing the watch topic? Do you wear a watch? 866-969-1969. What kind of watch do you wear if you wear a watch? 866-969-1969.
Mike from Philly, you're on. I think.
Told you we'd get to you, right?
Hey, Rich. How's it going, man? I'm a big fan.
Yes, thank you.
I got a funny story about you. You ruined my wife from comedy. We saw you live at Helium. And
great club.
Wife was in her great club. You were fucking murdering. And my wife's really pretty touched, my girlfriend, in her early 20s. And we were sitting up front. And she goes, I got to take a piss. And so she brings her friend, who's equally pretty, to walk right in front of the stage. And I go, honey, don't walk in front of the stage. I guarantee boss is going to say something rude or whatever. And sure enough, they get up, and they're wearing really hot outfits. You stop the show, and you go, holy shit, look at these 2 fucking broads. You go, I guarantee that both of their cunts taste like strawberry froyo.
Wait, when I say strawberry what?
Froyo.
No, I would never say froyo.
You would never say froyo.
You know what's funny? I guarantee I trashed him. I did something.
You did, and it was great.
But
and he was mortified, and now she won't go to any comedy shows with me. But I was dying laughing. I thought it was fucking hilarious.
Oh, thanks. I'm glad that you came. I'll be at Helium. I don't know when, but if you're in Cabo this week, come in, Tommy. Or go see Tommy. Thanks for the call. Did I hang up? Mike, are you there?
No,
I want to make sure I hit the right button.
You put him back on hold.
Sam, did I put him on hold?
Yeah, he's still on hold.
I don't have a screen.
Yeah, I hung up on him now, right?
Nope.
Yes,
he's
I did.
on hold.
It's the bottom left.
But he's on hold now. So you have to pick him back up. Watch, pick him back up.
Where? On one? Hold on.
Hit that one, yep, right where you are.
Mike, are you on?
Mike's on the phone.
Is that you?
Question? Can I ask a question real quick?
Yeah, since you got a second chance in life. You're
gonna resuscitate.
I feel honored.
Go ahead.
I got a question. in your opinion, Rich, you're a brilliant comic mind. Who do you think is faster, you, Jim Norton, or Nick DiPaolo? Because the three of you are just lightning quick, and you fucking make me die every time you're on the radio.
I think on radio, Jim Norton is the fastest out of everybody. And, I mean, I think he's just super. One, also his muscle. He's been doing radio for so long and 5 days a week that he has that muscle in his brain that he's so fucking quick.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
He's so quick. And I haven't heard Nick enough. I think Nick is a great comic. I think Nick will just fucking, I said a couple of weeks ago, he's going to, there's certain comics that you like and their style and boom. And Nick is one of them, obviously. But I think Norton, hands down, I don't know about on stage. Like, we're different on stage. Because I'll do more crowd work.
Yeah, Nick on stage is flying with his bit.
Oh my God!
When you hear Nick's joke, like you could see how the writing, just so many jokes within 20 seconds.
Yeah.
That's on stage, but that's with preparation. But if you had him sitting here, he'd probably just maybe be cursing somebody out. He wouldn't be like...
No, he's quick, though. I've done radio with
Norton
him.
would be flying 1,000 miles an hour.
Yeah, Norton, he's had that muscle. He's worked it out. But on stage, I don't know because because I've done more crowd work on stage than Norton has throughout the career. So it's different.
You guys are brilliant.
Thank you. I'm not smart enough to figure out how to hang up on you.
All right, go down to the bottom.
Yeah.
Well, I'll take another shot.
That one.
All right.
Hit that call.
Well, thanks for calling.
Now he's gone.
I know.
See how his name disappears?
I wanted to bring him back.
He's gone.
Wait, hold on. Was the fight with Pat Nixon real? Oh, yeah.
His name's Dixon, not Nixon.
I better put my glasses on. No, I had a fight with Pat Nixon, too.
Yeah. Oh, boy, I didn't want to bring up the Pat Nixon fight. I thought we were going to...
I didn't want to... That Pat Nixon was the president's wife.
Is that right? Patricia.
Richard Nixon's wife was Pat.
Yeah, we had she was at a club once. She was booking a club. She booked a one-nighter.
Right.
She booked a one-nighter in northern Jersey, and I was doing it, and we were... Back then... She go, I go, do I get dinner? And she said off the left side of the menu, like I go, I'm the headliner. I get the whole menu, and
it was a whole thing.
It was crazy. It was just.
It's the stuff of comedy lore now.
It's crazy. Yeah. John, you're on the phone. I don't want to do this too long because I let this whole bullshit go. But go ahead.
Oh, it's okay. We don't have to touch it. I can ask you another question if you'd rather talk about that.
Yeah, go ahead. Because you know what it is? Me talking about him is coming down to that. I'm at a different level in comedy. So it's like me. It's like fucking Chris Rock fighting with me. It makes no sense.
I see. There's levels to fame and success.
It's like Bonnie emailing me.
Yes. It's like she was probably on the toilet killing time.
Yeah.
No. So if I talk about him, that just gives him more. So what's your other question?
My other question is this. Sammy Sweetheart has grown to become quite a broadcaster.
One of my favorites in the room.
Thanks.
And I think that he's actually grown to be a pretty goddamn funny broadcaster. And I think that everyone would agree that he's much funnier than Opie.
Jeez, this is a controversial call.
I know. But you know what? How can you... Go ahead. What's your question? Go ahead. What's your question?
My question is, obviously, he's not the comedic genius that you are.
Of course not.
He's a very funny radio guy in his own right, in a very weird, roundabout way.
Yes.
What do you think about his level of comedy, however form he does it? I'm going to hang up and listen to your answer. Okay, now, bye-bye.
All right, first of all...
He's talking about me.
Oh.
No. First of all, Sam... I listen to him on the radio a lot, and I've said how great he is on radio.
Thank you.
I don't think his level. I don't think he's. I wouldn't. If someone said to Sam Funny, I would go, he's a good radio guy. I never once said, oh boy, Sam had me in stitches. I don't look at you. I look at you as a good radio intelligent, a guy that can keep the show going.
Right.
A dry delivery. You got some good lines here and there.
Okay, but nothing to make you laugh or anything like that.
No, you know, nothing like. Ant can't do.
I got you. Right.
But you know what I'm saying.
Like, I can find, the basic humor premise in a scenario that any family member could find just as equally.
Well, but, what's funny about I don't know if it's funny. Like when you said the whole month thing, when I said the month, how you broke it down.
Right.
That was a good radio. That's what a good radio talk
But
show
that's not.
is.
I mean, because Lewis was laughing, but you're saying that laughter might have been misplaced. Maybe he was just nervous.
No, Lewis?
Yeah.
Oh, look at he's scared. You know, he doesn't want to lose his job. You know what I mean?
I see.
You know,
I see.
And I'm not going to bring
He's got a
race.
cowboy hat on.
He's got a cowboy hat on.
Yeah.
Cowboy. He's not a cowboy. Like a cowboy.
No.
Yeah. He's got a big Stetson on in there.
Okay.
Yeah, no, like he was laughing.
No, I think you're a great host. But you know, these people call. You know what's funny? These people call up and they'll say, "Well, he's not as good at and they'll say something about Opie. Hey, you fucking idiot! You've been listening to him for 15 years, Opie. So don't act like you don't fucking like him."
What's the name of the channel we're on right now?
Yeah, I know. But
Opie
they call
Radio, is that right?
Yeah, and you call up and try to. I don't know why people want to throw in like a fucking negative thing about somebody they've been listening to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like when somebody calls up and goes like, "Oh, he's funny," and then another person will be like, "Well, no, he's not funny." You know what I mean? I don't know why. Yeah.
No, I mean, but you didn't listen. Yeah, you're very.
It's weird. What was that sound that just came out of your mouth when I said that?
Did I make a sound?
Yeah, you were making a sound.
I don't know. A lot of sounds are coming.
If I had to write it down, it would be like H-A, H-A, H-A.
Listen.
Lewis is doing it again in there.
I think you're funny, but I think you're... I don't think you base your career on funny. I think you base your career on intelligence.
Right.
Good comebacks. Good,
What are you even talking about?
I just do that in. After the intelligence, you want to say something. Yeah.
Right.
You know, because anybody can be smart.
Right. It's not. Just read a book.
Tommy, are we boring you? You can
Not
jump
at all.
in at
No,
any
I'm taking
point.
it all in. No, I know you're being honest. He's being honest. Believe me. I open for Rich a lot of times, and he'll even tell you, be like, "Look, I really want you to open for me because the last time I worked that club, the guy in front of me killed."
Yeah.
It's helpful for you to come in and
No, Tommy does a great job.
Notice. He's very hesitant to wait.
Right.
No, I was going to see what I was going to follow it up with. He does a great job. He works. It's got to be fucking. Hold on, we'll take one more call and then I'll get to you. I got to ask you a couple. Hold on. I don't want to talk about anal. Who? Well, yeah. Why do these people want to talk about anal? What the fuck?
You're right.
Who do you want me to take, Sam?
Yeah, I don't know.
No, that was funny.
Get a
that
girl.
was funny.
Get a girl. You got two
How
guys.
you do? Where is there a girl?
There's no girls.
No girls.
It's just guys.
Girls don't call.
Bonnie ain't here tonight, so.
866-969-1969.
Just go with line one.
Oh, okay. All right. Boston. Bill from Boston is fuck. I love Boston. Best lobster rolls. Have you ever been to Kelly's?
Yeah, Kelly's is great. Rich, when are you going to be up there next? That's my first question. Second, I'm trying to plan out my night. Are you going to have Sam in the whole night?
Yes.
All right, I'll tune in next week. Thank you.
That's it? That's what you got?
That was worth waiting.
Did you hang up?
Not good,
That was
Richard.
worth the wait.
You're losing listeners left and right.
Hey, listen.
This is not good.
But you know
this
what's
may have been
funny?
a huge risk for you.
They held he. You know what? I'm going to take that chance because
You are.
That's why I said he waited to say that.
That's the negativity.
Yeah.
Right.
You're talking to one of the funniest radio guys. You're going to smash Sam Roberts, who that's his real name. That's not a fucking radio name.
Isn't that incredible?
It's a fucking great name.
Okay.
Just like Ed Sullivan.
Right.
Right. So
Tommy Gooch.
Yes.
I've known guys say, all right, Gooch. You know what I mean? That could be a first name.
Easily. Definitely. He's from Staten Island. That's a Staten Island name.
Hey.
It's the first time you remembered that ever.
What?
I've known him for years. Everything. Be like, you're from Jersey, right? No, Staten Island.
No, Staten Island.
Yeah.
Right.
But Staten Island is a world in itself.
It's like a grown-up Brooklyn, right?
I guess, I don't understand why a comedy club cannot succeed in Staten Island.
And there's not even one really in Brooklyn since Pips left, really, right?
I mean, Pips was the place
even
was
Pips was on live support at the end, really. So
yeah, but they were there for they were the first comedy club in the country, the first. In the
we
country.
have the Looney Bin, but it's just it doesn't.
It's not like it's not bringing in big national headliners.
No.
Which I did it one Saturday. And it was great. The owner was fucking cool.
Victor, love him.
Fucking cool owner.
What a sweetheart.
What a nice, cool owner.
No filter, just black and white.
I fucking like the guy.
Loved you, yeah.
But I just, other Uncle Vinny tried to open there.
Staten Island gets a bad rep all
but that was
around.
a bad spot. That was a bad spot on.
Well, there's no parking in Staten Island.
No, the Nude Open. That was a legendary place. A big place. Yeah.
the thing with Staten Island, too, is people don't go to Staten Island. People go from Staten Island to New York or Jersey.
You took the words out of my mouth. Because if you have a club on Staten Island, you could have one like right near the Verrazano Bridge. You literally can get from Brooklyn quicker than if you're on the other side of Staten Island, but they just won't come. They won't come.
Yeah, but even Brooklyn, too, it's tough. They'll go to Manhattan. Mm-hmm. They'll go out to Long Island for the weekend. You know, people go to Jersey, especially in the summer. Comedy anywhere in the summer sucks. But, you know, Staten Island, you would think, you know, if they put an improv there, do you think an improv would work?
I don't know. There's no rhyme or reason. I really don't know. Because there's no reason why the Looney Bin can't succeed. It's live.
They have parking. The reason, I'll tell you why, and I don't know if this is the case, but they're not bringing in big enough headliners on a regular basis. On a consistent basis. Not every week. He
does have names.
Yeah. He does?
I mean, no, time to time.
I mean, I'm not saying these comics aren't funny, who he has, at all. You know, I know headliners that are fucking killer that you would that I worked on the road with that are killer acts. You wouldn't even know who the fuck they are. Mm-hmm. You know?
We know.
And so I'm not trashing the guy in any way. Or his club, which I liked, and I liked him. There's clubs I will trash, don't get me wrong. Not his. But
I think more marquee value.
Yeah.
Well, I think so, because he has parking. It's right off the highway, right?
He just don't have he can't pay enough.
Yeah.
Like for instance, Norton. I mean, the room seats 150.
You can get 200. If a room seats 150, you can get 200.
All right, so even at 200. What's
there enough parking for 200?
He's going to have to set up a deal with Norton, and is Norton, it depends if they're working an album, like Sebastian.
Okay, I'm not saying Norton. You can get Bobby Kelly.
Definitely. Bobby played Springfield in Comedy Cove. Bobby's done some of those places.
Yeah. I was supposed to do the Comedy Cove again, but something came up,
Nick would do it too. I know Nick would do it.
Nick would do it.
Nick don't have to fly, he would do it.
Yeah, he would just. So I'm not talking Norton. I'm talking Nick, me, Bobby. I don't know who else. You know what I mean? Just whatever. So and it's set up. It's a comedy club. Yeah. It's not like it's some fly by night place. Whatever. I'm spending too much time on Staten Island.
Where do people put their cars? Is there parking?
Yeah, it's a big parking lot. Huge parking lot.
A lot of people don't talk parking on their radio shows.
That's what I was thinking.
That's what, you know what I mean?
I was thinking that, yeah.
But when you're talking comedy, you're going, well, when do you park? Right there. Right there.
Yeah, I'd love to see a show, but what the fuck am I going to do with this automobile?
Yes.
Yeah,
right?
You know what, Nick? Rich, with the parking thing, it's kind of overrated. Because if the place is a real draw, they're going to come. You work at Uncle Vinny's. There's not a lot of parking. You got to find it, right? There's lots.
Are you kidding me? There's parking in Point Pleasant. There's lots.
Well, let me ask you this.
There's lots and all, but you got to pay. You work the brokerage. Where you parking?
Right. If you got a 150-person room.
Right?
Yeah.
But you get 200 in there.
Yeah.
You got 50 people with no place to park?
They got a carpool?
That's true. Yeah. That'd be good. Let them know. Please carpool, because we've sold extra tickets. And as you know, we have a good parking lot. Not that good, though.
Okay. And see what I mean about Sam? A tint of funny there, but very educational.
Right.
He broke it down. He broke it down like a radio host would.
I'll go, I know there's something funny here. Let me see if the comedians can do something with it, because I don't know what it is. I just know it's in there somewhere. Right.
That's what's good about you.
Oh, thank you.
You know what I mean?
Now, do they have parking meters, or is it a ticket system?
It's free parking.
Whoa.
Okay, free parking.
Whoa, I'm going to be there this weekend then. How do you not show up for this?
It's free parking.
Wow.
It's unbelievable. You feel like you're in one corner of a Monopoly board.
Right.
Okay?
And you know what? I'm going to have my wife drive a separate car, because it's free parking. As many cars as you want.
Why not? Also, too, what was I going to say? It doesn't matter. Let's move on to the next. So you live in Staten Island.
Yeah.
You go out. You work nonstop. You've been doing comedy for how long now?
I started 16 years ago, but I took a break for a while.
That means he wasn't getting work. Okay.
No, it was more of a. I'd love to give myself that much credit. I was an idiot. Yeah, I was stupid. It was entitled. If I'm not on Letterman, why am I doing this? That kind of thing.
Now, you hadn't gotten to a certain point yet, so you're like, well, then I'm not doing it.
Exactly,
then.
It was stupid. It was. I can't even give myself credit. I wish I was not getting work. I wish I was working hard enough and could have used that excuse. Yeah.
So that was 16 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a long time.
Yeah. But,
how long did you stop for? 3 weeks.
I don't know. About 5 years, 6 years. Yeah.
Okay, so you've been doing it for 11.
About 7. Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, I got back into it I did it for a few years. I took a break. About 09, I started again. 010, like that. So
09.
Yeah.
7 years.
Yeah.
So, how many kids you got? One? How old?
3.
3-year-old girl?
Boy.
I'm wrong on that every
Yeah.
I that's why
50-50 shot, and it was
Well,
just
no,
coming
you
up
got
nothing.
Staten Island, which is big. So
That's
but
yeah.
listen, that's why you can't pick. That's why I don't want to pick teams and bet on sports.
Right.
It was 50,
You're going to get them
boom.
wrong every time.
That's what
That's God sending you a sign.
My daughter, when she was young, my 20-year-old, she used to say, "Look, everything is 50-50. It is or it isn't." And she was young.
Right.
It is or it isn't. It's
Right.
yes or no. 50-50, everything.
Right.
And she was getting, and this is when she was young. This is my 20-year-old. She's so smart. I used to say to her when she was like 10 years old, eat your dinner. And this is not a bit. I would say, I go, there's kids in other countries starving. And she goes, in 10 years, she goes, what's the difference whether I eat it or not? They're still going to be fucked. They're still going to be hungry.
Either it's in my stomach or it's in the garbage can.
Yeah,
Like, it's not going to
it
that.
has nothing to do with that. She called me the other day. She has such a great sense of humor. We were going out to dinner. She called me. She was at the restaurant. She said, "Are you coming?" I go, "Well, not into a sock. Why would you ask your father? That's kind of creepy, right?"
That's what you said, yeah.
Yes, but who would ask their father if he's coming?
It's gross. I don't know where she would have. Why would she ask that
disgusting?
question? It's just, she's really, obviously, she's got issues.
You know what I said to Bonnie in the car? We were driving up 6th Avenue, speaking of coming, and we're driving up 6th Avenue, and you ever see that big fucking billboard of Victoria's Secret models?
Sure.
There's, they're at a whole nother level.
Right.
They make Calvin Klein models look ghetto. Victoria's Secret models are probably the
A lot of Calvin Klein models are guys. That's the thing. Some of them are men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That are, yeah. Those are the good. That's a whole
Those are
other level.
yeah, those are
that
great.
level. You don't
Yeah.
even want to. I don't even want to. So we're both looking at this billboard, and they're fucking smoking hot. And I look at Bonnie. I go, "You think I come quick with you?"
Probably exactly what she was looking for.
Don't you ever get the girl that says, "Oh, I don't want to look like that." Don't worry. Don't worry.
Not an issue.
Not an issue.
Yeah.
So you quit comedy. You start it back up.
Yeah.
So to start back up, obviously you're not going to start as a headliner unless you were a major headliner back then, or like a Bo Rooney.
I kind of got back into it, and it was basically like that riding a bike. And then people around me, it was kind of a weird, but that's like the story of my life. Like people be like, "How long you doing it?" And and I was like, "Well, I had just got back into a week, but it looked like I'd been doing it a few years because I was just naturally because I didn't forget how to do it."
Yeah.
And I just got my teeth back into it. Meet some people, work, get gigs.
How far do you travel? What's the farthest? Like you don't go like to the Midwest.
I would, but I don't headline enough. I can't. You can't work. I headline regionally if they book me, and I middle the road if it's worth going. If they give me the room, like I was in Connecticut last week, if they got to give you the room and they got to pay, it's got to be worth it.
Where were you in Connecticut?
City Steam.
Who is that club still? I know it's gone.
Oh, you'd
but
love it. I texted you. I told you you'd love it. It's great. Come on.
Yeah, they can't pay. They won't pay me the fucking. They pay.
Yeah, I know.
The headline they've been using.
You'd be getting regular headliner money. It's up to you if you wanted to sell. If you could play, I don't know if you could play golf. I don't know if this.
No, I'll work the Funny Bone up there.
Yeah.
But I did that room years ago.
It was
New
a
Year's
lot of
Eve.
fun. I can't lie. It was a lot of fun. 3 shows, and plus 3 shows, so it's double the gate.
What do you mean?
In other words, I did 2 shows on a Saturday, so I get double money. You understand?
Yeah,
if I'm middling.
Oh, you were headlining.
No, I was middling, but at least you get double money for that night. I did 2 shows.
Who was headliner?
Ross Bennett.
He's funny.
Funny
He's
guy.
fucking
Been
funny,
around.
man.
Was on Letterman a couple years ago.
He's been around a long time. He does a lot of cruise ships, but he's funny.
Yeah.
So does that guy Shula still book it?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, Johnny
this guy's
Shula.
been booking this fucking room. I'm
Johnny
telling you,
Shula.
I did it 20 years ago, maybe. I did New Year's Eve there. He's been booking.
And the rug is the same. I mean, it's
It used to be called Brown and Thompson.
Oh, yeah?
They had the best fucking food. I worked there with Tom Papa. He middled and I closed. It was the place to work in Connecticut back then. Great food. Fucking.
still good food. I mean,
Yeah.
people talk about the food all the
What else does that guy book?
I don't know. That's all.
That's hilarious. He's been around forever. Wait, hold on. Sam, you got a fan right here. What are you talking about? Go ahead,
I have a lot of fans.
D.
Yeah. No, I was just saying that Sam's hint of funny is hysterical because his wit is just amazing.
Yes.
And I like to listen to him every night.
Well, wit. His wit. He is very witty.
Witty.
Very witty. But, like, if you were going to a comedy club and they advertised This week's headliner, witty. Very witty. You might think about, I don't know.
Aren't there places you don't? So you're saying if you're funny, it has to translate to a microphone and a stand-up comedy stage. There's no funny that isn't stand-up.
No, that's not true.
No, that's absolutely not true.
Thank you. Anthony was very funny.
The people that crack me up the most are not comedians.
You see?
Yeah.
You see? Probably when he's listening to the radio.
Yeah.
Maybe 9 to midnight.
Are you not offended? I think you're very good.
That's right.
I'm not. Listen, I'm not.
You
I'm
and your word. All of a sudden, you're so good with what words you choose.
I've always been a big fan. You know that.
I do.
If people say to me, who do you listen to? I go, Howard, Opie, and Sam, and the Golf Channel. I'll listen to those guys, and then I'll listen to. I don't listen to political radio anymore now. I have Sirius.
Right.
I can't deal with that fucking.
I mean, I cover enough politics. You don't need to listen to political radio. You listen to me. It's fine.
Yeah, see, you're intelligent.
Right.
D, how old are you?
50.
See?
50. See, you're kind of beaten down, so you you know what I'm saying. You're done.
I don't think so.
How many kids you have, D?
0.
0.
Look at D. Too wild to be chained down by any of those ankle biters.
Are you married, D?
No.
Do you have a boyfriend?
No.
Well, D, why don't you write
D.
down those digits?
Okay. Well, D.
I'll tell you though, of all the shows you just named, like Opie, that I'd say Sam is the funniest for me right now. Every night I cannot not listen to him because his sarcasm, the way he does handle politics, the way he
Very witty.
handles whatever song last night, it's hysterical.
Yeah, he
You
is.
see? Isn't that incredible?
You live in Long Island, D. Have you gone to a comedy club?
I'm trying to remember. Probably in the last year. Well, actually, no. I was supposed to see. Oh gosh, was it Jim Brewer? It was in January. It was for my birthday, and we had a snowstorm. And
And he's so funny and witty. He's one of my favorites. He is one of my. Well, listen, D. Thank you for calling. Thank you for the support. Have a good night, D.
Thank you, D.
Listen to your show every Tuesday, Rich.
Well, thank you. We love people like you. This is the nice Rich boss you get to, because D seems like a very decent, nice person.
Decent.
Decent. Man, look at that. You have her cracking up.
That's right.
Could that have been any more witty, D? What a way to end a call with. I mean, with Sam.
Should we have the conversation again about who's lightning fast? You see how quick I got decent?
That was unbelievable, Frank.
Thank you.
Frank from the Bronx. Let's come up with your hat. Hey, how's it going?
How's it going? That chick was drinking. I like her. So I know Tommy. I saw Tommy do a show. He's great. I saw him at Staten Island do it at a church for a charity. What a great, funny dude. We shared a couple of Johnny Walker blues together.
Who's this, Frank? Really? You mean at the, Holy Child?
Holy Child.
There we go, holy, yeah. With a priest in the third row. Rich would have, he might have quit the priesthood if Rich was on the show, yeah.
And let me tell you something. It was a tiny little place. It was hilarious. The Benedetto, I think, was with you that night. What a funny thing. I'll tell you, though, the island definitely has an appetite. You just have to find a middle ground of where somewhere on the island, if you put headliners, somebody will make money. At the Hilton is the only place that could be perfect for something like that.
I don't know if that's really, Frank, really, like Rich said, the Looney Bin's in a great spot. It's just a matter of the people want to. He's got a billboard over the highway. He's a great owner, loves comics, treats them great. Trust me, he treats them great. They got a restaurant. It's just the people coming out, Frank. It's just the people coming out.
All it needs is Rich, Vos and Bonnie. One night, they'll blow it up.
There you go. With Gooch opening. Tommy Gooch opening. Not killing.
You can't get me and Bonnie on the same show now. She's too big to, she's got to.
That's what I'm hearing. So, Sammy, I'm a big fan of Sam, and I think you're right, Rich. Sammy's might not. I mean, besides that quick reflex on that last one, he's definitely witty is a perfect thing for him. And by the way, if Bonnie's not there, is he going to blow you tonight?
No, are you kidding me? Why? Bonnie's not blowing me, so why should I expect him to blow me?
Good point.
No, I mean, look, Sam is the kind of guy you can listen to him for hours on end.
I've just never heard so many people struggle to give compliments before. Like, I don't want to say I like you. There's got to be something in between like and don't like.
I think he's very likable. I know him 40 minutes.
How about this, Sam? Sammy, you don't suck.
Perfect. It's all I've ever wanted in life.
Frank. Listen, Frank knows. He calls a lot. He knows humor. He knows comedy.
Oh, well, good. Maybe Frank can teach me a couple things. Then.
No, you already have sarcasm and witty down.
Okay.
Have a family. You'll come up with material really quick.
Well,
Frank, come see me again, Frank.
Wait, Frank, real quick. If you live in the Bronx, why were you at a fundraiser in Staten Island?
Because I have a lot of friends over there.
Oh, okay.
Frank, I'll be at the Bronx again in June. Check me out.
What's in the Bronx?
It's a private show at a catering hall, but it's open to the. It's not private. It's open to the public. It's a comedy night at some club, like a caterer.
I did the Bronx years ago.
Great fans.
Okay,
I used to own a place up there called the Body Shop, a booby joint.
So, Frank, I was years and years ago working at a place called City Island in the Bronx, and I said to the people, "What is this place?" And they said, "It's a vacation area in the Bronx." I go, "That's like putting a sun deck at Attica." What the fuck is that a vacation area? That's a little
City Island.
Right, City Island. Have you heard of it?
Of course, I used to live in New Rochelle, so City Island's like right there.
Is it a fucking vacation, or is it just like a seafood stop place?
I don't know if it's quite a vacation stop, but like a lot of people live there, and it's like a nicer place to live on the water, but it's still the Bronx.
You know what we used to do? That City Island is where we used to dump all the bodies.
You know, right? I used to work. I worked a place that had a gangster reputation, but I think it was Brooklyn, the Brown Derby, like 25, 30 years ago.
The Brown Derby.
Yeah, where is that? Was that in Brooklyn or in?
I think that was on 3rd Avenue or 3rd Avenue in Brooklyn. Yeah, I think so.
There were clubs in Brooklyn back then.
Back in the day, there was tons of them. I mean,
comic clubs. There was one club. They definitely
Crazy Country Club.
No, these were definitely gangsters.
Oh, yeah.
Because they were gonna.
What is it? Anyway,
what's that?
Jewish fella?
What's that?
Jewish fella? Gangster. What is that? A Jewish fella?
Who? What, gangsters?
Yeah, what is that? I don't know what that is.
That's a Jewish gangster. Like you've read
Meyer Linsky.
Frank, leave the jokes to us, Frank.
Meyer Lansky. First of all, the fucking Jewish gangsters back in the day, were fucking.
You can't come.
What? Hello?
Well, Vegas would tell me Mo Green what to do.
Yeah, but anyhow, there was a place that we used to work. They were going to fucking beat, or they maybe even were going to kill Levy. Beat him at least beat him up, and the owner had to stop these guys. I mean, these guys were really like
because he was like ripping the crowd with
ripping his filthy. But he didn't know who he was attacking. You know, you had to be careful when you worked in fucking Brooklyn and the Bronx. You don't know who the fuck.
Oh yeah, I did a lot of club places. I do like Russo's on the Bay in Brooklyn, like in Queens over there. Where the hell Russo's on the Bay? Where is that? Is that Queens? Yeah.
I don't know,
but I think Frank hung up.
And there were a lot of those guys that look like this. And you had to be careful if you nipped at them in the audience.
Yeah, especially if they're trying to make a name for themselves.
That's why I like radio. No audience. Anybody who gets mad at you is like a phone call away. Like nothing, none of that.
Yeah, they can find out. Chris from New York, what's going on?
Hey, Rich, what's going on, man? Listen, I called you last week about I put my wife's razors up my bottom. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah.
She found out.
I missed a good show.
But see, I think you were lying last week and you're lying this week.
Oh, I swear to God I wasn't. Listen, can I ask a quick question of Samuel?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sam, what's going on with your voice, buddy? Because the other night on your show you said you weren't sick.
Right.
So I'm just curious. You sound different, and there's even like a different edginess to your voice. Like you're not as, to put it frankly, you're not as like dicky as you usually are.
Right. It's more wit. It's a little more wit is what you're hearing.
I'm laughing at Sam tonight.
Weird, right? My voice is coming back stronger than ever. I started losing it last week. The weekend was the hit it, and then starting Sunday into Monday is coming back. So we're getting stronger every day.
I think he's going through growing pains.
Is that it? Puberty?
I worry about you.
You don't have to worry about me.
And I thought maybe you had something done, like some surgery or something like that, and that you weren't sharing with us. So I just want to make sure.
I turned my vagina into a penis finally.
No, that's not funny because I'm one of these people that actually respects you. I don't think you're a douchebag like most of us.
See, it's
a backhanded compliment.
Everything is qualified. Everything I get. I've never gotten a compliment that hasn't been qualified. It's the craziest thing in the world.
Well, that's not a compliment. I like you. It's like after a show when people come up to you and go, I thought you were funny.
You like me, and then I had to do 15 minutes about the difference between being funny and being good on the radio.
Who, me?
You did that.
Well, I'm different. I'm allowed to because I'm
I mean, literally every person that listens to the show and enjoys it, every time they have to start, and I used to get this phone call like when I started every single show. It's crazy, man. You're doing great. I used to hate you. And you're just doing so good now. And I'm like, thank you.
You know what I get? I hate you, and I still hate you. I get a lot of I hate. Thank you for the call, Chris. And
you guys love you.
Put some else in there. How do people say I love you? I don't know.
You hate that, I know.
Oh, so creepy.
I love you, Rich.
Ugh.
You once told me after a show, you go, dude, you tell a audience you love them too much.
Did I say that?
Yeah, you told me, because I'd be like, you guys are great, I love you. And then right before I go, you're like, dude, you say you love them too much.
Rich, you've been supportive of me for so long. You've said nice things. Why wouldn't I love you? Of course I love you.
Yeah, I would say, Rich,
right?
When I text
Don't
Rich,
you love Rich?
Whenever I text him, before we exchange text, I'll be, all right, thanks a lot, love you. And he'll be like, same, no love.
That's all. Lewis loves you too. You're changing people's lives. Like, of course.
I do change lives.
We're all going to love you.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Listen, I think you're a funny guy.
Thank you.
You might not have. I thought they were saying I was a stand-up comic.
Why would anybody say that I don't do stand-up comedy?
That's right.
Have you ever done it ever? Have you ever?
I've done it a couple times. I did it in college. I did it for like an O&A thing, but not like for real.
You don't do personal appearances now that you have a radio show? A lot of them go to car lots on Saturday and stuff.
No,
you don't do that?
This is a national platform. The car lots is a more, first of all, it's a little old school. And second of all, it's more terrestrial because you're like the local hero. So you go to the local national show. So the audience is spread out. So, no, I'm not going to.
So you can't even on the side of your car put like a Steven Singer thing?
I mean, I'm sure Steven would be interested in that. But as of right now, I'm good without putting Steven Singer's logo.
How the fuck does a jewelry store
on my Jeep
do that much fucking promotion for one store?
They're smart. He makes so much money online. And you know why he's smart? Because he markets to men. Like all of his commercials are marketed around, this is what your girl's going to want.
Yeah.
So all of his marketing is done to men because men are the one who buy jewelry. Women don't buy jewelry, they accept it.
Yes.
So Steven was smart enough to figure out to just market towards men, not women. And he's made a fortune for himself.
Man, you are fucking good.
I appreciate that.
Mike Philly, what's up?
Hey, Rick, it's Mike again. I called you about an hour, and I'm driving home from school. I clearly have nothing better to do, but I love your show, and I had another question for you.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
What?
Why would anybody start a conversation like that? Hey, Rich, I want you to know I have nothing better to do than to listen to your show, but it's good. So here's my question. Why would you have to mention, first of all, you don't need to mention that you've already called once. That's no reason.
I think I was a weirdo.
But no, it's like, because if you're saying you already called once, then it's like, hey, man, I called earlier tonight, and the lines are just wide open, so I figured I'd call again.
They're not.
Then he goes, I got nothing better to do, so I've called back. And it's like, why can't he be like, oh my God, Rich, this is such a great show tonight. So here's my question. It can't go that way.
Yeah,
Dan,
see,
you're absolutely right.
You know what? You know what you just did? You kicked me 7 times before you blew me.
Kiss before the punch.
Right. 7 times.
7.
Just kicking the shit out of you.
Now let me suck your dick.
Right. And you're like, all right, I'll take a blowjob.
Thank you. All right. What's your crowd work question?
My crowd work question is, you were just talking about places like Russo's on the Bay.
I hung up on him.
Oh. You didn't like that.
I didn't like
You
that.
didn't like I pointed out to you what was going on, and you're like, you know what? I don't like that.
You know what? And you're a good pointer outer.
Thank you very much. I'm working on that skill.
I still got so much on my mind.
Right.
And you see, running the spaceship is, it's pretty tough.
Is that what you consider this, a spaceship? A lot of people just say running the ship, but you see it more of like a spaceship.
Yes.
Like we're all astronauts on a mission.
Yes, we're sitting around on a...
Because running a ship, anybody can run a ship. Like, you take a couple classes, you can be the captain of a ship. But to run a spaceship,
yes.
I mean, you got to go to space camp, you got to go to anti-gravity training, you got to figure out what all the levers are. That's for real.
This is not fucking around. All right?
This is a spaceship.
Okay, they've written songs about this.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Al, I know where my wife is, too.
Eastside Dave.
Eastside Dave.
Eastside Dave.
Why do people shout out people that we're friends with? I don't understand.
I don't know.
What are you saying? I know where your wife is. She's in fucking L.A. I said that already.
Million words.
What's that?
She's on Eastside Dave.
Are you really? This is your call?
Goodbye.
This is your one chance to get through, and this is what you're saying?
This is what I say. I know I'm an idiot. I'm gone.
You're still really,
before he even got clipped, he's gone.
No, really, you must hate yourself. He hung up on himself. Like, hold on, Mike from Philly was disconnected.
I can't believe it.
What? That he was disconnected.
Yeah, and then he was able to get through a third time.
We better find out what Mike from Philly.
The guy who was talking about Russo's on the Bay.
Mike, I'm sorry. I don't know what happened.
I know, it's crazy. No, okay, my question is really quick. You were talking about joints that are like mobbed up and connected. You got any good stories about that? Just wondering, because Nick DiPaolo tells some fucking amazing stories about Nicks and Bobs. That's
another thing. He kicked you again.
I know.
He goes, Rich, I love your show. I love you. This is what you just did, Mike. You don't even realize. You go, Rich, I love your show, but you know who's great? Nick DiPaolo. Can you do stuff like what Nick does?
Hey, can you tell some stories like Nick does? Yeah, you know what? Look at...
Rich,
don't kick me 7 times and blow me and then say I like Nick's dick better.
Yeah, exactly. That's what happened.
Okay, now he gets hung up on for that, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
Good job. That's the 3rd time he's been hung up on tonight.
Okay, you don't. And there is great stories from fucking up in Boston. I know what club he's talking about.
I'm sure, but he didn't have to. You gotta add in. Hey, can you tell some of these great stories? I'm sure that you have a lot of awesome stories. Okay, because Nick does them really good. Oh,
yeah.
Fuck.
Hey, listen. I know where your wife is. I don't have any ad libs.
It's all right. You got to be a little more witty to come up with ad libs.
Make Bonnie call in. Why don't you text Bonnie? Make her call in.
Listen, night without her.
All right.
I know what you're going. You're thinking to yourself, I don't want to call Bonnie because I want her to know
I don't need her.
This spaceship runs just fine when you're not around.
Hey, let me tell you.
Everybody thinks Bonnie's the star. No way. That's what you're thinking.
All right. You know what?
Bonnie, if you're listening, call in.
If she's listening.
No shot?
She's too busy on Facebook.
No.
Well, it's L.A. It's drive time. She's in L.A., you said?
Yeah, but she doesn't have a car. She takes Uber. I'm sure she's not going to hop into Uber, just to hear satellite radio. I'm sure people are tweeting her saying how we're killing here.
You think so?
Oh, fuck yeah. What are you kidding me? I'm fucking on fire. You're fucking witty as fuck.
Oh, man,
he got some stuff every now and then. He's just good to have around.
I like it.
I like him. He's a good guy.
He's a great
guy.
You talking about me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, stupid. So, all right, we're going to take a break, and then we're going to regroup. You have anything coming up you want to plug? Any dates or anywhere, or the Bronx?
I'll be in...
You said you're in the Bronx coming up.
Yeah, in June. I'll be in Springfield, New Jersey. Check my website, TommyGooch.com, if anybody's listening.
That's what you're plugging, TommyGooch.com. Yeah. He does very well. He's very funny. I've never seen him fail. But then again, he's always in the middle spot. You can't really... No, he does well. Does well. I like him. He's married. He's got a kid. He's a family guy. He's a hard worker. Funny. You know what I mean? That's the kind of guy I kind of like.
You like that? You like that?
I like that.
Yeah.
You know
family
what I mean?
guy, hard worker.
I like a guy that takes care of his family.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I got a dog.
Well, you know what? You have a family. You're married.
Is that a family? That's all you need to do?
Right? That's a family. It's
a wife and a wife and a dog.
Oh, you have a wife?
I got a wife. I'm married.
Oh, that's a family.
Yeah,
absolutely a wife.
Look at me, family man, professional broadcaster.
Well, before I forget, I saw this movie last night. It was so fucking good. It was so good. I got to look at
Rockstar.
No, this movie was so good with Christopher Walken,
Deer Hunter,
Nicole Kidman,
Batman,
Jason Bates.
When you said
Jason Bateman.
When he said Walken, I immediately thought Deer Hunter.
Deer Hunter. That's my Walken movie.
Look up this movie. The real quick, and then we'll take a quick break.
It's one of Jason Bates' biggest movies.
He directed it. This fucking movie is so good. You got to see.
What happens in it?
It's about performance artists, the parents, and they make their kids growing up. It's so good.
What's the name of it?
Jason Bateman directed it?
Yeah, it's
Didn't he? I think he directed the Spelling Bee movie that he did. Did you see that one?
No, I didn't see it.
Where he's like an adult who figures out a loophole to participate in the Spelling
Bee.
Bee. Yeah,
I think he's good. But Nicole Kidman was so good in this fucking movie.
Man,
is Lewis still here?
Lewis is right there.
Yeah, is it the Family Fang that you're talking about?
Yes, the Family Fang.
Right.
Watch this fucking movie, folks.
Nice hat.
Okay. Anyhow, why am I plugging other people's movies?
I have no clue.
June 6th, the Village Underground.
Right.
Get your tickets. It will sell out.
Absolutely.
It's going to be a great show. Janine Garofalo, Dan Soder, Ari Shafir,
Pete Lee,
Bonnie,
Marina
me,
Franklin.
Pete Lee, Marina, Emily Tarver. It's going to be great. June 7th at the Village Underground. June 3rd and 4th, go to Comedy Shop, comedyshop.com. And if you're going to buy something at Amazon, amazon.richvoss.com. Listen to Sam from 9 to 11 every night.
I'm on till midnight.
You're on till midnight?
I do 3 hours a night.
I'm saying 9 to 11, then take a break and come back and listen to the next hour. Can you let me finish?
I appreciate that. I don't break on the hour. They make you guys do that because you guys don't know what you're doing, but nobody tells me when to break.
Do you fucking come in on Fridays or do you pre-tape?
Yeah, no. I come in every night, live.
You come in on Monday through Friday?
Yeah. Monday through Friday.
That must
9 to
ruin
midnight.
everything.
What do you mean ruin everything?
Your weekend.
Well, I mean, I guess, but then I can stay up all night on Sunday. I mean, it just works the other direction.
You can't go to Long Beach Island or somewhere like that.
I've never in my life thought to myself, oh, I'd like to go to Long Beach Island. No, I don't need to. I'm not a weekend getaway guy.
You're not?
I don't need to.
I heard somewhere that you and your wife took road trips and stuff.
I have to, because, look.
How long are you married?
4 years this summer. She likes vacations. I do not like vacations.
Does she work?
I like to work. She works. Yeah. She works in the film industry.
All right, this is all stuff we could talk about after break. She works in the film industry. What's she do?
Don't worry about it. We'll come back and break and talk about it.
His detectives went on.
All right, we'll be right back. I can do this. Knocking on heaven's door.
Wow. So while Axel is singing for AC/DC, you should let Slash know, hey, if you need a singer.
Can we make one more plug when we get back?
You can make a plug right
The
now.
Long Island Club?
Go ahead.
Are we on the air?
Yeah, no. Yeah, I'm saying, do you think I'm singing to you too? Do you think I'm just trying to
I know,
sing?
headphone.
Oh, Voss.
Well, we're singing Guns N' Roses 10 seconds ago.
Oh, boss, I love you.
That was pretty good.
What's your Long Island plug? It better be governors.
Of course. Well, for you too. You're going to be there. You're going to be there. Aren't you there in August?
I'm there sometime.
You're there a lot.
I don't. Like, I try to plug a week or 2 weeks in advance.
I know.
I'm not going to do my August dates now and confuse these motherfuckers.
So
but go ahead.
I'll be there in August. I'll be actually at the brokerage. One of the best places with one of the best owners in the. You know who I'm talking about. James is great.
Did he fucking just tweet you and say,
No.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't. I swear.
This is one of the best ones. Let me tell you something.
James, if you're listening, I'm getting heat for this, but go ahead.
No, not at all, because he's one of my favorite people.
The blueprint for class, I love him.
Everything he can, even his kids, the whole family.
Product of a man, his family. Look at his family.
The whole fucking family. What do you call it? It's great. Like there's certain, like when I first met him, he hated me. The first 15, I was an asshole. Mm-hmm. Everybody hates me when they first meet. But he's one of the fucking.
And I met him. Treats me he just knows what to do. He just makes everybody feel great. Customer service, comedians, just great. I'll be there. If anyone's listening, I'll be there in August. So. Best friend,
do you have anything you want to plug in 2018? Do you have anything? Do you have anything lined up?
Honey, we got some plans for August.
Listen, June 7th, this Village Underground, this live show, this has to sell.
It's going to sell out.
Well, I mean,
don't come at it with desperation. I mean, there's no reason why it wouldn't sell.
I didn't mean to say it has to sell.
Like you're like, I need this one, guys. You guys got to buy tickets to this. Do it for me.
No, I
do it for the boss.
I worded that wrong. This one, I didn't mean has to sell. It's going to sell. Is you have to go. This is going to be one of the better shows.
This is going to be one of the type of shows where if people don't go, they'll be kicking themselves.
I told you the theme.
Oh, it's actually a really good theme. I may go to this show, and I never go out. I don't go to any of the shows.
Yeah, I don't want to tell Sam. I told Sam the theme. I can't tell the people. It's going to be a good fucking show. So,
and you will regret it if you don't go. Yeah. If you're in the area and you just
nice
get
weather,
lazy,
it's going to be. It's beautiful.
And June 3rd and 4th, go to Comedy Shop, SHOPPE. I didn't even slur that. .com. I was listening to my CD. When I really talk slow, sometimes I don't slobber as much.
Huh.
Yeah.
Isn't that a little personal exercise you can work on?
Yes, it is.
That's nice.
It's all in the jaw.
But don't forget, the Village Underground is on the 7th day of the 6th month.
Yes.
At 8.
Yes.
That's
go
right.
to Village, go to Comedy Cellar, get your tickets at Comedy Cellar.
Can't you get it all at richvoss.com?
Oh, nope.
Why not?
It's from the comedy. You go to the Comedy Cellar website. They put it up there.
But it'd be so much easier if you had links to everything on your website. You could. You don't only have to give out one
fucking
website.
Put out a fucking bunch of links on my website. There's no room.
It's not hard.
You and Bonnie with your websites, just terrible websites.
No, I got it. What do you
Bonnie's
mean?
up yet? Is Bonnie's up yet?
No.
Oh,
That's why it's terrible. There's even that one. My website's pretty good. What are you talking about?
It's not a good website if you have to give if you can't give your own website out to plug your shit, then you're not doing what you need to be doing with your website.
No, listen to me, fucknut. Okay, I'm working fucking every weekend. You think I'm going to put 50 fucking clubs on my website? Go to that club and get the tickets from that club.
Put a calendar on your website.
I have a calendar. I have a calendar, but you can't buy the tickets on my website. You can know if you want to know.
Here's what you need to do:
a link.
Okay,
links to every place you can buy tickets on your website.
I don't know how to do that.
That's tough, right? Because guess what? People don't want to hear, go to this website, go to that. It's confusing.
But I only said one website.
But now people are going to go to Comedy Shop to get tickets to the 6th on the 7th and 8th.
No. Comedy Shop is June 3rd and 4th.
Great gigs,
of the 6th month.
So that's the 3rd and the 4th of the 6th.
A month, yes.
Not the 7th or the 6th and 8th.
No.
Okay.
Okay, that's...
So maybe you don't need a website then.
Yes.
You're just talking numbers.
Yeah, just different, you're right. I should put links.
It's tough, though,
so much.
It is work, though, and you want to laugh, as it's embarrassing. I do it. And who the hell am I compared to him? But yeah, but it's work. It is work because when you put the date, then it's like you got to.
How do you put a link on?
Well, it's like they actually made some helpful videos in 1996.
Oh, I think I did it.
Yeah.
At a couple of my things, I put links.
It's not easy, but it is more time, and I know what you're talking about.
I'll tell you this: when I was 15, I learned basic HTML. I bet I still have the book. That was 17 years ago.
HTML?
That's right. Yep.
Hot Meals?
That's it. Hot Meals.
Wait a second.
Lewis, can you help me out with a little HTML code?
No, you put the word tickets. You put the word tickets, and then your web designer will teach you, and you right click, and then let's say you were in Comedy Cellar, you put in Comedy.
Click.
Yeah, and this way when they click that word, it'll take them to the Comedy Cellar website.
Yeah, so they're still now they got to go to my website to go to that website.
Yes, because then you only give them
a fan of you, so they're going to go.
Because you're plugging multiple dates.
All right, so if you want to go to the June 7th at the Village Underground. Go to the Comedy Cellar website, but at some point,
right?
I'll say go to my website,
right?
And I'll put links. I do put links on my calendar sometimes. I do. I copy and paste them. I cut and paste.
So if there is a link that you could paste on, then you'll put a link. But if if the other guys don't put a link, there's no link.
I paste sometimes. I cut and paste sometimes.
But if there's no link to paste, you can't just type it.
Oh, I know. They've sent me the link. That's why I redid it on Twitter, but I got to get the link again.
That's right.
In my email so I can copy and paste it from an email.
Could you do that too? Like all my dates are on Twitter? Or no? That's a little tough. Facebook?
What do you mean on Twitter? You can't have a calendar on Twitter.
No, but you just tweet out your dates as you go.
I do that.
Okay.
Yeah, I do that. Oh, I do that.
Oh, you do?
But people, they just want some humor every now and then on Twitter.
Throw a couple jokes in there.
I throw something every now and then.
Right.
I'll throw something. I'll say stop by, and then I'll throw a little jokey.
Right. But the next one ain't free. The next one is and then you plug your thing.
Yeah, and I plug on my podcast, and I try to do. It's hard to get people out nowadays.
Yeah, they're just lazy.
And there's also so much going on.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many things grabbing their attention,
to get
right?
people to go out just for live entertainment.
I mean, there's plenty going on at home. I got Apple TV, I got Netflix, I got iTunes.
Absolutely.
I'm fine.
Apple TV is so fucking cool.
Isn't it great?
Upstairs, we have 4 different fucking remotes for everything.
Right.
I go downstairs to the Apple TV.
Right.
I click it on.
Right.
And I fucking watch a movie. 2 nights ago I watched, and I saw the movie.
Rockstar?
No.
Okay.
But I watched it again.
I just love that movie.
Jennifer Aniston?
The Bourne, the 4th one with Jeremy
Renner. Is that a good one?
You didn't see it?
I didn't see it, no.
Did you see any of the Bournes?
I think I saw the first one or two. I don't really care.
Are you crazy? Those were the best movies, all of them.
Really? I like that movie Rockstar.
I never saw it.
With Mark Wahlberg?
Oh,
it's great.
I saw it.
Yeah, it's terrific.
20 years ago, yeah.
Steel Dragon.
He was they played a cover band, and she was the girlfriend.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah.
Way
I'm pretty
back.
sure.
Yeah.
Well, he started in a cover band, but then he gets to join the actual band.
Yeah, he was that.
Oh, I saw that.
It was actually cool. It was actually, he was that good of a singer.
Yeah, I saw that. I remember that.
That's a good
He's like the
movie.
guy that's on Journey now.
Yeah,
That's right. That's right, except not Filipino. Yeah.
The phone rings, he picks up the phone, and it's the lead singer of the band, and he hangs up on him.
Yeah. Kurt Cuddy.
Oh, who was in it again? What's his name?
Marky Mark Wahlberg?
Well, but see, also, too, he was a singer from the door. That's from the beginning.
Huh?
He was a singer before an actor.
Well, he's a rapper.
Yeah.
That's not a singer.
Well,
it's
a rapper.
He was a rapper. He was a musician.
A musician.
Musician. We can compromise there.
Well, not a musician. He didn't play an instrument.
Technically, no, he wasn't really a musician. He was a rapper.
He was a rapper.
He was a rapper and a dancer.
Was he a good rapper? Was he a well-known rapper?
Well, Marky Mark. Yeah, Good Vibrations was a big hit.
Yeah, for the Beach Boys.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a great Beach Boys song, but it was a good...
What would you consider the Beach Boys?
Huh?
What are the Beach Boys?
What are the Beach Boys?
In terms of music. What's their genre?
I mean, the Beach Boys are legends. Legends. Like, it's the Beach Boys and the Beatles. They get their own category.
You think so?
Well, slow down right
don't
there.
the Rolling Stones get their own category?
No, the Rolling Stones are not as good as the Beach Boys.
Oh, my God. Stop the
press. Are you
presses.
kidding me?
No, because I'll tell you why. There could have been... I listened to it. There could have been another Rolling Stones. There could not have been another Beach Boys. There could not have been another Beatles. There could have been another Rolling Stones.
That's a good point.
Thank you.
You know what?
Thank you.
You're right.
I am right.
You're right.
I am right.
You are right.
That's
but
right.
the thing about the Stones is that they did do a couple of generations.
They did, but the Beach Boys...
into the 90s.
But the Beach Boys influenced generations.
Well...
Influence. I mean, Paul McCartney said...
Nobody influenced more than the Beatles, really, in terms of bands.
But the Beach Boys influenced the Beatles.
Really?
I mean, Paul McCartney said...
what's his name?
That he was trying to keep up with Pet Sounds.
Maurice Gibb said when he got inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, his biggest thrill was because, what's his name? Brian Wilson. Inducted him.
Maybe one of the great...
Maurice Gibb was from the Bee Gees.
Bee Gees, yes. Who were highly influenced from the Beatles. That whole British boom there.
The Bee Gees influenced nobody.
Oh, stop that.
They were fucking...
They were great.
Great
the
songs.
Great. One of my favorite bands ever.
Are you kidding me?
I mean, they're a fun,
you want to roll them off?
My wife, Mr. Jones.
Yep.
Listen, I'm not going to sit here and argue on behalf of the Beach Boys.
1941.
I'm like arguing that the Beach Boys are important, and you guys are like, the Bee Gees? They're the fucking best.
Oh, you're way off. But the Bee Gees are underrated. Trust me, they get a bad label. And by the way,
that's because of Saturday Night Fever.
Bingo. And they're some of the best songwriters ever.
Wait, but you're saying? Did you see the movie about
Brian Wilson?
Yeah,
it was great.
It was fucking good.
The John Cusack movie? Yeah, it was awesome.
I saw the Beach Boys live, too. I didn't take my father to Rich.
Where?
When did you see him?
I saw him in Mahwah, New Jersey, circa 2000.
Was Brian Wilson with him?
He was sick.
Right, then you didn't see the Beach Boys.
He was
in my
sick.
book.
He was sick.
I know. That's how I opened for Jefferson Airplane once without Grace Slick.
He had just gotten cancer, I think.
Yeah.
Right, I think he performed. Forgive me.
I don't know. I feel like either you saw if you didn't see him back then, you know what I mean? Like, even if Brian Wilson
I saw the
Beach
Stones
Boys
in 08, does that count?
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, AC/DC, too, is great.
Well, I saw Humble Pie with Steve Marriott. I didn't see him with Frampton.
First of all, the fact that you just got in your second Humble Pie reference on this show is applauding to you.
Yes.
That's incredible.
You never even heard of Humble Pie, have you?
I've heard of Humble Pie. You know why I heard of Humble Pie?
Because of me?
No, because I talked about it on that show Vinyl on HBO. I watched that show. Yeah.
I'm only on like the third or fourth episode.
I didn't finish it yet, but I watched the first maybe...
I think I saw four episodes.
7 or so. Yeah, it was good.
I saw the Dolls, the New York Dolls.
Is that right?
I saw the New York Dolls in like 75, 76, 75, tripping on acid at a Halloween costume concert at the Waldorf Astoria.
What'd you dress up as?
I don't remember. I don't think we got dressed. It was all... Because we didn't know...
You didn't know it was a costume thing?
Well, we dressed as people doing acid, and we went to the show. And they had a big gay following in New York. These costumes were unfucking believable,
right?
And we were fucking tripping our brains off, and it was just the New York Dolls killed. And we're in the ballroom at the Waldorf Astoria. The New York Dolls were Kiss before Kiss came around. With the makeup and dressing up,
right?
And, they were before Kiss.
And they were before Twisted Sister, too. I mean, Twisted Sister took their thing and, like...
Yes.
There's a documentary about Twisted Sister on Netflix.
Oh. Sorry.
No, I mean, it's your show.
Don't you love that?
I texted the wrong person.
Louis, we're done with music.
And you saw
no more music conversation.
When he grabbed his phone, you saw it
growing. Oh, no. Go ahead.
We've moved on to text.
No, I think...
Louis, do you have our production for what's on the text?
Oh, my God.
Hold on. Okay.
So you're not a Bee Gees fan at all, huh?
I mean, I think I just
The
consider
Bee
them
Gees
a
are the
little.
kind of group I think like you name 2 songs and be like, they sang that song? Or they wrote that
I
song?
like the songs; they're fun. Like, but they're like kind of a goofy band.
No,
That's
they
that
were,
enigma.
Here's the thing.
That stigma.
It's because Saturday Night Live.
Yeah,
Before
Fever,
that, they were fucking. They were considered a top fucking. I mean, they weren't Zeppelin or they weren't fucking. But they, their voices
Massachusetts, I've got to get a message to you to love somebody.
Crimson and Clover. Oh, that was Tommy James and the Shondells. Do you like Tommy James and the Shondells?
No.
Crimson and Clover.
It's a fine song, but I'm not sitting there being like, oh, remember? I can't even remember the name even after you just said it.
What? Crimson and Clover?
No, the band.
Oh, Tommy James and the Shondells.
Tommy James and the Shondells. I couldn't have less interest in, but
what?
The Beach Boys is like.
That was one of your favorite bands in history growing up, or you just...
Yeah.
How about Elvis?
Day,
how about Elvis?
I like Elvis. I think he's super important.
How about Bo Diddley?
I'm not a Bo Diddley
guy. How about... Okay, Tom Waits.
I'm not a Tom Waits guy.
How about...
No.
Okay, let's see. Who paved the way? Who are some of
the wave pavers? That's what I call them.
Well, Elvis. John Lennon said before Elvis there was nothing.
Elvis he stole it all, but he was...
See, stole influence. See the difference in words? You can't say stole.
He definitely stole. He literally played the songs.
I know. I saw it in Back to the Future.
Thank you.
Oh, it is so sorry.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't think Elvis...
You can't say he was influenced. He
was like, oh, these black guys I'm going to sing that song. They said
he was a black guy. He sung like a black guy in a white body. They said
right,
that. Yeah.
Right. No. It wasn't influence. He stole it, but he did... It wouldn't have reached the masses at that time without Elvis.
Yeah, he was a pioneer.
But the Rolling Stones, no one was performing like Mick Jagger. Nobody was out there.
Rolling Stones are good and they're important and everything, but they're not like the Beatles and the Beach Boys are music deities.
I've never heard the Beach Boys.
Oh
with
my
the
God.
Beatles,
but who, like you're saying, like
but
the
I'm getting educated here.
Pet Sounds, for instance, the Pet Sounds, arguably the greatest album ever made, is what influenced Sgt. Pepper's. They said, holy shit, the Beach Boys just put out this Pet Sounds album. This is like Paul McCartney. He said this.
Only in competition, not influencing.
Paul McCartney. You know what he said was the best song, the best, whatever, pop song of all time?
What?
Troy told me this. God Only Knows. And he's right.
It's a great song.
It's an amazing song.
Play a little God Only Knows, Lewis.
God Only Knows.
I mean, it's just incredible.
How about the Four Seasons?
Oh, one of my Frankie Valli, great stuff.
I like. I mean, they're fun. I saw Jersey Boys, the movie.
Yes.
And I'm just like, I'm telling his wife, hey, he's trying to make a career for himself. Get off his back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I can see what you're saying.
Right.
That's what I say to my wife.
Right.
Robin Gibb actually said a Beach Boys song was one of the best songs ever. I'm trying to remember it.
See? Even the Gibbs know.
I'm forgetting. It was something... I wish I could.
But who did the Beach Boys influence?
Everyone.
A lot of people.
In which way?
I mean, they influenced the Beatles. They influenced everybody.
Why? They were just singers.
They made because
nice.
I mean they the way they use sounds.
Luke,
right?
Can you cue up a Bee Gees? Can you cue up a Bee Gees song?
And the way they composed music, the way this is before people were using.
No, you're right. You're right. I just never
these walls of sounds and things like this. I mean, Brian Wilson was sitting there like, give me this little horn over here, give me violins over here, give me this fucking rattle that I'm going to shake over here, give me and like create this composition, right?
Yeah, but it was mainly voices. But right.
But and how about? Not only was he creating this musical composition, but then he would come in, and the harmonies that the Beach Boys would come in with their voices, these harmonies were like out of this world.
Well, but if you're and mainly people know the Beach Boys because of their voices, not because of the instrumental.
But if you listen to Pet Sounds, you can't take.
Well, you're going really deep. The same thing with the Bee Gees. If I said to people, 3-part harmony, nobody even knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but the Bee Gees,
we know what that is.
Nobody's ever.
It's one sound.
But if you're going to go with just voices, and that's what they're really known for, is their voices.
No, that's not true.
Do you think they're known for their music?
The Beach Boys?
Yeah.
Pet Sounds? Yeah. I mean, one of the songs on Pet Sounds doesn't even have vocals on it.
But they're under most of their songs are because of their voice.
I mean, if you're
and same with the Four Seasons. You don't know the Four Seasons. You don't know
Bob
who
Gaudio,
the fuck is the backup.
No one knows Bob Gaudio. I know.
But that's people like listening to like Surfing Safari and stuff like that. Like that's the
bubblegum songs we call them. I call them the Bones.
Well,
Exactly.
Help Me Rhonda.
Exactly.
So you're saying that's all hack? The Help Me Rhonda.
Well, that'd be the same with
I'm
the
not
Bee Gees
saying
if we
it's-
said Staying Alive and all that stuff.
I'm not saying it's hack, but I'm saying it's before. Like it's really good pop
It's
music.
their surfer music. Their
Right.
surfer
I like
stuff.
that stuff, but it's not like this genius level.
Well, I don't
thing.
even know name a song that Genius.
I mean,
level.
God only knows. Good
Yeah,
Vibrations. Everything on Pet Sounds. Those are the big singles on Pet Sounds.
I mean, if you're going to go
that,
with voices too, you know, you could take the Temptations, the Supremes. You could take so many
Motown's
fucking
incredible.
Motown
is the greatest.
when it comes to voices, pretty much hands down wipe anybody out when it comes to just voices. The fucking Spinners, the Four Tops, Smokey Robinson.
I like Motown.
All of it. The fucking Diana. I mean, they're fucking. Hold on, we got a call. Look at this. Look at this. Another call from Philly. Look
Barry
at
Gibb.
Hold on. Is this Mike? Mike from Philly. What do you need?
Mike checking in.
What's up?
Question for you. Two questions, actually. Okay. How can Sam say that the Rolling Stones are not influential? That is one of the most...
I didn't say they weren't influential.
Well, he made a good point. Repeat what you said.
I
'cause
said
it hits you.
where I said that they weren't deities the way the Beach Boys and the Beatles were, and I said that there could not be another Beach Boys, there could not be another Beatles, there could be another Rolling Stones.
Yeah, but you know... Go
You really
ahead.
think that? You really think there could be another? I mean, just in terms of frontman alone, he's the most unique frontman, I think.
He's incredible, but like, you know...
Well, Steven Tyler's up there too when it comes to frontmen like that.
And guess what?
Sure.
Like, what about David Bowie? What about Prince? What about all these...
But he's not, they're not in bands. I mean, in a band. You're right about those guys, but they're not in bands.
Right, but if David Bowie had been like, instead of just calling it David Bowie, why don't I call it, you know, David Bowie and the Rolling Stones? Then all of a sudden, you've got it. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, look, I mean, the Beatles, you could have had, I guess you couldn't have another Beatle, but the Dave Clark
couldn't
Five
have
were pretty
yeah,
close.
You couldn't have another Beatles. Come on.
No.
The Birds.
No, I guess.
No. You could have another Beatles like in maybe the specific era they were in at the time.
Who's this?
The Beatles.
Yeah.
But but the Beatles kept evolving and changing and influencing new people, and like no other bands don't do that. Like and that's what the Beach Boys did
Well,
too.
I think
they
a lot
totally changed their sound.
You don't think bands evolve? Yeah, I think a lot
Not
of
to
them.
that level.
I mean, the Beatles start off with "I Want to Hold Your Hand," and you know, next they're doing fucking, you know, Paul is Dead. If you play it backwards,
I heard it.
You know, Abbey Road and all that shit.
Right.
You know,
that's what I mean.
Did you like the solo work? You like the solo work?
I mean, I like some of it. Yeah, you know, like
Let It Be was
Wings.
fucking great.
Incredible.
Let It Be, that song alone. Let's get a little Let It Be going there, Lewis. A little Let It Be. When I find
his Cowboys
myself
hat off,
in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me.
You know what, Lewis? Don't even bother queuing it up. We got Rich Voss singing
Speaking
it.
words of wisdom.
Let it be.
The songs of Paul McCartney as sung by Rich Voss.
I like Band on the Run. I like a couple songs by Wings, but when they went on their own, you know, just like when
just
Simon
not the same.
Simon and Garfunkel broke up. I mean, Simon put out, I mean, his biggest album out, but it still wasn't Simon and Garfunkel to me.
I like Ringo Starr and his all-star band.
Look at how beautiful
Ringo
this song
Starr,
is.
Photograph.
It's incredible.
This is off the album, Let It Be.
Yeah.
That's right.
I mean, all four of them on the album.
That's exactly what the album cover looked like.
All four of their heads.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. I think I came on two of them.
Not sure which two, but I'm pretty sure.
It was back then, you know, it would fly across the room. Back when I was young, when it would flew, and I remember having the album was on the floor, and it flew off the side of my bed, and the next morning I'd go, oh, look, I jizzed on two of their faces.
Oh, shit, I hope I didn't get it on the carpet.
Yeah.
Oh, no problem.
No problem.
George and John got it.
I'm lying. Give us a call, 866-969-1969. We're talking music tonight.
I love it. Yeah.
This is...
You didn't know you were going to get this right here.
I love. See, the music I play is so different than anybody
Same
on
here.
radio. On radio, I mean, I come in with.
When did you stop listening to music? Because like you're obviously very well versed, and maybe for both of you, I don't know, but you're obviously very well versed in the music that you like.
Yes,
but like,
when did I stop?
When did you
listen?
stop?
I'll still listen to it once in a blue moon.
But you don't know anything about...
Oh, I listen to my car all the time.
Yeah, the car is big.
I listen to 60s on 6.
No, but I mean, when did you stop? Like, at what point did you... I'm not saying you don't listen to music. I mean, when did you stop listening to new music, I should say?
Crack.
Is that it?
Crack.
Crack did it for you.
It's got to hit me. I got to hear it. It's got to be saturated, and I hear it.
So when you started doing crack, you stopped paying attention to music
and everything else.
And then and then once you sobered up, you're like, look, I got my music from before. That's what I'll do.
I don't need nothing new. Right. I don't want to make any major changes like they told me in rehab.
Right.
No major changes.
Right.
And the guy that emailed me, if you're listening, I did answer your emails. Go to a fucking meeting. Okay? The guy that quit the heroin and the coke and is drinking like a fucking bourbon or pint. That was me answering your emails. Go to some meetings.
So is that why you didn't know anything about Pearl Jam? Because like grunge music comes along in the 90s and you're going, not for me. Nope. Four Tops. Bring on the Temptations.
I listen to me. Listen to me. In rehab, they said no major changes the first year.
Uh-huh.
Okay? That's the first thing when you get sober.
But for the first year.
Well, I'm already in the first year, but I'm not going to I'm already set in my ways.
Right, don't fuck up.
I'm programmed.
If it ain't broke.
Don't fix it.
Right.
They said that in rehab.
They did?
Yes. I mean, there's bumper stickers. If it's not broke, don't fix it.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And Insanity's making the same mistake, whatever. You know,
we don't really know for sure.
I could go you a bunch of sayings. I got tons of them.
Good.
But no, I mean, I stopped. I guess, like, I'll hear a song every now and then. I like Adele. I like that one song.
Yeah, it hits you. You hear it. Your kid plays it.
I go, that's a good fucking song. There's one by Lady Gaga I like, and I'm sure there'll be more if I listen to a lot of them. There'll probably be
What'd you think of Life of Pablo?
What the hell is that?
What the fuck is that? Is that an album?
Life of Pablo.
I'll give you.
Is that a band or an album?
That was Kanye's newest album.
I've never heard. I couldn't tell you one song that he fucking does.
Put on Famous. Put on Famous.
You saying you like this guy, Kanye?
I like him a lot.
There's nothing he's a rapper. He's not a singer, right?
Well, he's a musician.
He doesn't play. He doesn't play.
He does, and he produces his own music. So he knows how to compose. He knows how to do it. Yeah, I mean, he's very talented.
Man, I can understand how it might be.
Who's singing with him? Beyonce?
That's racist. Rihanna.
No.
Rihanna is
okay.
it doesn't.
6 or 1 half dozen the other.
Right? No, they don't sound alike.
I just wanted you to know.
Oh yeah, that's Rihanna. Yeah.
Oh, okay. You like this, Lewis?
Oh, this is fantastic.
See? I feel like I'm at a Yankee game. I feel like, somebody's on deck.
Me and Taylor might still have sex, but I made that bitch famous.
Oh, really? He made her famous? All right, cut this shit off. Cut it off. Are you kidding me?
Look, there's no doubt about it. Taylor Swift got a lot of shine, as they say.
She had a shine run on stage. Okay, that's what happened.
You're now the old white man saying, "Get that shine off the air." What happened?
I'm just saying.
Taylor Swift was getting a lot of attention because, but.
She just won a fucking Grammy.
First of all, it was an MTV award.
Okay, I'm saying she already won a Grammy.
Didn't she get a lot of attention because Kanye raided the stage?
Do you think he didn't get attention from it?
He didn't say. He made himself famous, and he also made that bitch famous.
No, that bitch was gonna get famous. That bitch is fine. She is fucking fine. I don't give a fuck what comes out of her mouth. I know what I just went in it.
Right.
That bitch is fine. I would push Bonnie in front of a bus twice just to make out with her.
To make out with Taylor Swift?
I fucking love her.
You do?
I don't know her songs.
No.
I don't know one song. I got 2 shirts to give my daughters a big Taylor Swift.
You don't know
fan.
any Taylor Swift songs?
I don't think so.
Teardrops on My Guitar?
No.
No, not for you. 15?
No. Nope. You know what song? No girl I used to like too.
This is dope too.
Is this Taylor Swift?
Oh yeah,
and it's dope.
I'm not gonna say I don't like Taylor Swift. I like Taylor Swift.
Yeah, I do
especially
too.
the early stuff. This is 15. It's a great song. It's the story of like what a 15-year-old girl has to go through. And you know what? Tougher than you think.
Don't think I haven't dressed like one. You know who I used to like?
Let me tell you, on this song,
Debbie Gibson.
She talks about her friend Abigail. Guess what?
Commit suicide?
No, she's still alive, but
fat.
Gave up her virginity because some guy said, "I'll love you forever."
Who, Meatloaf?
He did not. He did not. He said he would do anything for love, but
yeah,
won't do that.
Yeah.
No. The guy betrayed Abigail. He left her, and she had lost her virginity. Can
And
you
so
believe
Taylor
that?
Swift is making money off of this girl's fucking snatch getting ripped open.
Oh, yeah. Taylor Swift, it wasn't as tough for her, but Abigail, not a good time.
I'll tell you who I was a big fan of, one or two songs, but she was a doll.
Who?
Avril Lavigne. She was very pretty.
Can I tell you something?
What?
I went through an Avril Lavigne stage myself.
I just like how she looked. I didn't look.
I appreciated the music.
I like that one song.
Which one?
The one.
She had a lot of hits.
The one big one.
We go back to the Beach Boys.
About the he was a
Skater Boy?
Yeah.
Good song.
Good song.
Good
right?
song.
That's the kind of song you and I could fall in love to.
Exactly. And it's a good story too, because it lets you know that like at one point, like this skater boy, the pretty girl won't pay attention to him.
Yeah.
Now he's a rock star slamming on his guitar.
Yeah.
Pretty girl pays attention to him.
Oh,
and Avril Lavigne says, guess what? You missed out. Because I saw what was inside of him before. And I was like, man, it does get better.
Oh, you know what song this is like?
What song?
John Cougar Mellencamp.
I Fought Authority? The Authority song?
No, the other one with him and the broad.
Rockin' in the USA? No.
Him and the broad? Oh,
Jack and Diane?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were
I love
good.
John
Story
Cougar.
about Jack
By
and
the way,
Diane.
John Cougar, great, underrated.
Yeah.
Love him.
Yeah.
That one song, Jack and Diane.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
he
sit-
sang a few.
I'm not going to sit there and listen.
No.
to it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to listen to John
Bob Seger
Cougar
had 2 or
Mellencamp.
3 songs. Okay,
Yeah, it's
that's-
not. Yeah, it's not.
you know.
Look, if you're in Detroit, I get it.
Yeah.
Bob Seger, fine, but like
You
not
know,
for me.
I think the record companies pushed Springsteen instead of Seeger because I think they were with the same record company, and the record that's when
Well, they
that's
made
when
a pretty
Springsteen-
safe bet.
Yeah, well,
They did well.
Yeah,
And Springsteen's doing all right still.
Well, but they push you, and I mean,
look, they pushed a lot of people. I don't think Springsteen's still around because the
No, I
record
know.
label pushed him above Bob Seger.
No, that's true.
You know?
That's true too. But I mean, Southside Johnny was great. No one was pushing them. They were fucking. They were a really good fucking band back then.
Right.
And nobody was pushing them.
And it's the same. It's like that skater boy. Nobody's paying attention to him, and then and all of a sudden everybody's paying attention to him. Guess what? Avril Lavigne was there from the beginning.
What happened? She got Lyme disease, but she kind of fell off.
She did get Lyme disease, and then she married the guy from Sum 41, divorced. Married
From
the guy
what?
from Nickelback, divorced.
Are you serious?
I'm not kidding around.
Who's 741? The airplane?
Okay, that is actually Sum 41 is the name of the
What's the
band.
name?
Sum.
Some SUM 41.
That's right.
And you know who I met?
Who?
He's in a band. He goes out with Lena Dunham.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Jack, what's his name? Fun? Is it a band?
Fun is the name of the band, yep.
I met him. He's a big fan of comedy, and I met him at a dinner.
They had like a lot of actually, like 3 or 4 big hits. Like
he was in Vinyl
2 years ago.
Wait, no, he was in a movie. I think it was Vinyl. He was in.
I don't know if he's in. I don't know, but I know
he played he was in Vinyl. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he's. I mean, they had 3 or 4 big hits like a couple years ago.
He played for the president. He's met 2 presidents, or at least one. He told me.
Which one is it? 2 or 1?
I think 2. I think Clinton and Obama.
Clinton. He's a kid. When would he have met Clinton?
Not when he was a president.
You mean he's met him now?
But he played for Obama. He played.
I talked to Dave Navarro. You know who Dave Navarro is?
The guy that's tatted up?
That's right. He was in Jane's Addiction and Red Hot Chili Peppers as well, but he does have tattoos.
But wasn't he?
He
was
hear
fucking
this.
somebody.
He fucked a lot of people.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a sex addict. He fucked Carmen Electra.
Wasn't he a fucking a judge on some reality show?
on the Ink Master show?
Okay, so go ahead.
But he played guitar for Michael Jackson. So Michael Jackson did Black or White. Dave Navarro played guitar, and he's over there, and over to his right, Michael Jackson is singing. And right in front of him in the front row, Bill Clinton is bopping his head. That's got to be the best company you could be in. To be next to Bill Clinton and Michael Jackson, it's never going to happen again. That's for sure.
Why, he doesn't play guitar anymore?
No, Michael Jackson.
But wait a second. He was in concert. He was a backup guitarist for Michael Jackson?
He was a guitarist. I don't know, backup guitarist, but guitarist.
Yeah. So why was he playing with Jackson?
I mean, because Michael Jackson was like, hey, Dave Navarro, you want to play with me? And Dave Navarro was like, fuck yes, you're Michael Jackson.
Was he famous Dave Navarro at the time?
Yeah, because he played in Jane's Addiction.
Already? Before that, he played in
Jane's Addiction, yeah.
And what was the other one?
Red Hot Chili Peppers?
Yeah, but wait.
He played in both those
Aren't
bands.
the Red Hot Chili Peppers still around?
Yeah, but he doesn't play with them anymore. He's back with Jane's Addiction. And he does all kinds of stuff now.
We're not getting a lot of calls tonight. 866-969-1969.
You know why we're not getting calls? I'll tell you why.
Because we're talking music and they don't want to hear it?
No, because they're transfixed in the conversation. There's no space.
Yeah.
For what do you think? They're just
They're
like,
actually listening.
This is a great three-way conversation I'm listening to.
2.5. What I'm saying...
I'll try to pick it up.
No, here's the other thing, too, I wanted to say, and I forgot. God damn it, I forgot.
It's all right.
Well, we're supposed to do relationships and take calls on that shit, but we never do. Once in a while.
Your wife's not here.
Not here. I could talk music forever, but he's...
Just take your word for it.
He's an era a little behind me.
But I'm still a little older the way my taste. Elvis.
Right. You're an old soul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
But see, I like good voices over
instruments.
And I'll take voices over instruments. That's why I listen to a lot of 60s on 6.
60s, 70s, 80s, I have that. On 90s. I actually have 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s on Sirius. And the Elvis I have.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
We only have... Oh, you got Sirius too?
Yeah.
I don't pay.
You're a big star. 70s were not great for music.
Weren't?
Yeah, I mean, the 70s. What, for rock and roll?
For rock, it was good. But other than that, it wasn't a good...
That's when rock was at its peak.
It was good.
At its
80s,
peak.
It wasn't good for really anything.
70s has the disco label in it.
Right.
The late
70s.
That was 77.
70s was good.
76, 76.
Right, that's right. It was the late 70s.
That was late
80s was very bad.
Yeah, but the 70s were rock and roll.
Rock and roll.
Yeah.
That was
you're right about that.
I used to mislabel the 80s, but if you really listen, there was good music. There really was. Yeah. If you
Who?
Well, we named
Don't tell
John
me the
Cougar.
Bee Gees again.
No, they were,
they're already done by the 80s almost.
But there were good bands. Police. Van Halen made good music in the 80s. No,
the Police. Are you kidding me? You know who else got on my nerves? Not only the Police. You know what? U2 maybe in the 80s.
U2 in the 80s, sure, mid 80s.
U2 was a
Stones
force.
The Stones made Tattoo You in the 80s. I mean, that was a great album.
U2.
I'm with you. I used to have the same boy, but then I'll listen to 80s on 8 and I'll be like, wait, that was some good music.
You know who else got on my nerves? I wasn't a big fan of fucking who's the guy? Sting. I just wasn't a fan of the Police.
What about when he started playing the lute?
No, John from Arizona. Kick off your rainbow shoes. What's up?
Hey, gentlemen. Good afternoon. Sam, quick question. You got the time?
I don't do that anymore. That was pre-show exclusive.
Oh, all right. Well, hey, great conversation.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Hold on. 2 minutes. No, we'll do plugs in 1 second. Real quick. Go ahead, Roger, Arizona, real quick, because we got to do plugs. They're more important than you.
Okay. I love the Beach Boys, but they stole their sound from Janet.
Thank you. Anyhow, what do you guys got coming up?
It's horseshit.
Yeah. You know what? You don't call my radio show and call the Beach Boys these. If Sam loves the Beach Boys, I love them. Okay?
I appreciate that.
June 7th at the Village Underground. Live, My Wife Hates Me. Get your tickets. They're going to sell out. June 7th, Village Underground. June 3rd and 4th, Comedy Shop. Go to the website. I'll be there. If you're buying on Amazon.richvoss.com. Tommy, where can they find you?
I'll be in Springfield, New Jersey this weekend coming up. I'll be at Borgata in Atlantic City in June. Go to TommyGooch.com. I'll even be with Rich a couple of times this year. So.
Cool.
I like that we're rushing to end the show on time because the guy who hosts the show after us is a real dick about starting on time.
Is he?
That would be primetime Sam Roberts.
Well, we have 10 minutes in between. I guess I got to run commercials.
That's
hey,
right.
Lewis, real quick, get on the mic.
What's up?
Are they running our commercial for the Village Underground that we made last week?
No.
They're working on it.
Are you fucking kidding me? What do you mean they're working on it? I knew I didn't hear it. What the fuck?
That would explain a lot.
They have the audio. They're working on getting everything the way you want it. That's all.
Oh, get the fuck. What the fuck?
Let me tell you something, Rich. I've been doing a show since June.
Yeah.
I fucking never hear a Sam Roberts show promo on this channel. It's insanity.
We're trying to get these we want to sell out. We're going to sell out, but we did a promo. Anyhow, thanks for listening. Thanks for coming in, Tommy.
You. This was great. Thank you.
I know it was. We're great. Sam, thank you, man. Thank you. I couldn't have done this without you. You're very funny and witty.
Thank you.